Hello, hope you're okay. This evening I'm just going to do a really simple smoky eye using literally just an eyeliner. It's a technique that I learned in a masterclass a few weeks ago with Nikki Wolf, i.e. Nikki Makeup on Instagram. I love her way of doing makeup and this was one of the best kind of tips I've ever seen. So I'm taking a Charlotte Tilbury Bedroom Black Kohl because these are quite creamy. You want a really creamy eyeshadow for this. And what I'm going to do is just go in and almost like create a bit of a curve at the end of my eye here. Doesn't need to be neat and tidy. And then from there, I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just really gently buff that out. And what she said she likes to do is she'll start a smoky eye with this and then from here build the shadows on top. But like already, how nice and smudgy and blurry is that? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do each side. Can you see what I'm doing there? Yeah. I'm gonna do each side one at a time because the whole point is if you're using a creamy eyeliner like this, you don't want it to dry. You need it to stay wet so that you can buff it out. I mean, I don't know what I've done there, but we're gonna buff it out. You won't notice it in a second. So one eye at a time, rather than putting them both on and matching them up, because by the time you've tried to blend one out, the other one will have dried, do you know? So I'm gonna take it a tiny bit underneath, buff that out, and then I'm gonna keep going over it and building the colour back in. So now that I've got the kind of smudginess done, I'm gonna go back in and rebuild again. So, nice little bit on this lash line, a little bit more in that corner. And as time goes on, I'm gonna do less buffing out and more leaving that black to just sit tidily so that you get the illusion of nice and blurry in some places and then nice and defined in others. So that's starting to build nicely. You're starting to get that extra definition on the edges. Bit tongue-tied today. I haven't left the house. I literally did my food shop and that was it. And I always find that I can't string a sentence together as well as if I'd been out chatting all day. But we'll get there, won't we? Right, I'm gonna buff this out again. How lovely is this compact, by the way? It's from the MAC Pony Park collection. And it's all like celestial, suns, moons, really cute. Now, having a look at that, I think I've winged it a little bit better on the right hand side, see? So I'm just gonna take that a little bit more up in the corners to balance that out. But what a lovely technique is this. You're not faffing about with loads of eyeshadows. You're literally just going in with one brush, one eyeliner, and it's doing the job for you. So now I'm going back in for my third time. I'm gonna get right into that corner and I'm not gonna touch it now in those corners. And then I'm gonna gently, can you see? Gently gonna line the lash line so that you've got that definition going into the smokiness. And the whole point is this, is that it can be a little bit uneven, a little bit smudgy. That's just gonna add to the look. I'm gonna take this through the waterline as well. get this looking really nice and smoky. There we go. And then I might just buff a tiny little bit under those corners again. So gonna go a slight bit over here and just buff that in using the same brush. There we go. Nice little simple smoky. So just to finish that off, I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara. Build everything up. She actually put a little bit of glitter on the lids as well, which I do have here. I probably should have done that before the mascara, but never mind, I've done it now. Just, it might add an extra little dimension to that makeup. Oh, and another thing she said was such a good tip. She said when you're doing mascara, like these inner corners, angle them outwards, your middles angle them upwards, and your ends angle them outwards this way, so that it creates a fan and that you look like you've got loads more lashes. Now, that sounds like the simplest, most obvious tip, but it just hadn't occurred to me. And I've really noticed the difference since using that as a little tip when I'm doing my mascara. There we go. Nice and simple. So now I'm just going to add some finishing touches. Hourglass have expanded their brow range. So I'm going to take a really nice thin pencil just through the brows here. Nice and soft, fill in any little gaps. I really like using a thin pencil to just get into any of those little nooks and crannies, and then fluff these inner corners. I'm not going to worry too much about that because I'm going to go over it with a gel in a second. Lovely little brush on the end to go over anything that you want to brush up or, you know, sculpt into shape. So I'm running that through. They've got them in lots of different shades depending on your hair colour. This one is actually a platinum blonde, which I'm not, but I've got lighter hair and I like it to have that kind of taupey undertone, so I really like that shade. Then I'm going to go over that with a tiny bit of soft brunette brow gel, also from Hourglass. Nice and sparing with this, but it just helps to give that lovely soft brushed up finish, but still give the brows a bit of pigment. Love that. Then I'm going to go in with the Pixie On The Go Moisture Stick. I'm going to warm this up on the back of my hands and then just press it into my cheeks. This is a really lovely kind of balmy highlight that just gives a really luminous glow. Don't want anything too much. Just a nice little healthy finish to the skin. I kind of want to go soft everywhere else, because I've done a bit more on the eyes. Really love that. Make is a new brand on Net-a-Porter, and they do lots of multi-purpose balms and tints and things. So that is just, it comes out really rich, like a lovely tinted balm. But then when you press it in, you just get a really lovely soft flush of colour. And then to finish off, I'm going to go back in with the Pony Park collection, just a lovely plumping gloss, and it really does tingle when you get it on. So nice and soft. Throw a bit of this on, and there we have it. Simple little Nikki inspired smoky eye. Hope you like it, and let me know if you give it a go.